Welcome back. The Tony Award winning musical Ain't Too Proud, The Life and Times of the Temptations is making its way to Buffalo at the end of May. Here's my conversation with cast member Bryce Val with details on what you can expect from the show. Welcome to Daytime Buffalo. We've got one of the stars of Ain't Too Proud coming to Shea's, Bryce Val. Thank you so much for joining us.
Yes, thank you, thank you. Happy to be here.
Alrighty, tell us a little bit about this show. It's an iconic one.
Yes, well, first of all, it's already an honor just to be a part of this show and this legacy. I mean, uh, this group has changed the game socially, professionally, artistically, creatively, all across the board. And
The
one
Temptations,
thing I
of course, you're talking about.
Yes, yes, the Temptations. Yes, yes, yes. And uh, just to start off, like one thing that I love about the show is a quote from it. It says, the whole is greater than the sum of its parts. And I think that that sums up the show perfectly. Just because, it took all of them to get to where they got to and the level of success that they had, it was all of them together.
Yeah.
So it's all the timeless music that we all know and love, the people that we know. It's a great show.
Tell us about your character in the show, Paul Williams.
Yeah, so Paul, being one of the original five, original classic temps, he was also the original choreographer for the group. What I have found just in my just discovery of just exploring his life and, just who he was, he was somebody who was really true to the art form and honestly just was raw in his talent and raw in his purity of his love for the art form of just performing in general. And so you really see how the business and their lives changed how they reacted to their circumstances. You really see how the industry affected Paul specifically. And then what ultimately, led to some details that I probably won't discuss just because you got to see the show.
You gotta come see the show. I mean, this was a smash hit on Broadway. I know that this is your first national tour, correct?
Yes, 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 yes.
Super
First one.
exciting. So, and similarly, you have a little bit of what they're going through. Like you've been working on your craft and now you're getting to step into a new level of your career and music and entertainment with this show. What parts of yourself do you see in your character?
Oh, that's such a good question. Well, it's funny because when I first auditioned, I was like, okay, well, they have the breakdown of each character just of like, just to understand of who each one is. And, as I'm reading through, I already knew that I wanted to be a part of the show because this is some like this, I grew up on this stuff. So this is like bread and butter. But looking through all the characters, I was like, oh, I'm 100% Paul, just because it was, it was, it was that he brings all of them together. He says, the guy, there's a line that Otis says that Paul was the core of the group. And that really holds true throughout the entire show. It's very surreal and very, everything is meant to happen. And everything is supposed to happen for a reason. And so there is nothing that I could have done to have made this, more probable for me. I feel like it was always meant to happen, and I'm so blessed that it was.
I love that. Obviously, Temptations, they were discovered by Barry Gordon, signed to Motown Records. That happened in 1961. They have an incredible legacy. Music we still listen to this day. I love to hear that you actually grew up listening to Temptations and Motown Records music.
Yes, yes, yes. That is like so I'm an only child. I'm my mom's only, and I grew up in a house full of adults. So everything that I was listening to was everything old school. I'm listening to Anita Baker, Temptations, The Whispers, The Spinners, Shaka Khan. I'm listening to Stephanie Mills, the Gap Band, Charlie Wilson. Like that's just all that I grew up on. So anything that was Motown, anything that was black, I was listening to it.
Yeah.
That's just what I grew up on.
What do you think our viewers are going to be feeling when they come out and see the show?
They are going to feel nostalgia. They're going to feel family. They're going to feel welcome. They're going to feel a sense of familiarity, comfortability, and honestly, relatability. I mean, these were real people, and I think that's what separates this musical from other musicals is that you don't really see live shows a lot that are portraying someone's real life, a real person having a real life. And especially in the impact that these real people had. And so I think that that's the biggest difference. And so it's like at any point during the musical, someone is going to have a memory or an experience or a moment that is so related to, let's say, the song, or let's say the moment, or let's say the year
Mhm.
that is being, expressed in the show, or let's say a moment in time in the show. They were there during the civil rights movement, and so it's like, okay, well, people were alive back then. I mean, like, it really wasn't that long ago,
Yeah.
so it's so that so all it's all of that sense of, honestly, a sense of self that is just like, honestly, probably just a mirror of like, oh wow, I was there, or oh, I heard this when I did that.
Yeah.
It's a lot.
Lots of nostalgia happening with
Mhm.
this show. Alrighty, well, thank you so much for spending time with us and talking to us here at Daytime Buffalo. Viewers, if you would like to see Bryce and the show Ain't Too Proud, the Broadway hit musical, it's coming to Shea's May 30th through June 1st.
But I refuse to let you go.
Well, viewers, you still have plenty of time to get tickets for Ain't Too Proud, the life and times of the Temptations, coming to Shea's at the end of the month. You can visit shays.org for showtimes and more information.